Hey guys, welcome back to Langley Acres, or welcome if you're completely new here. We're glad to have you here. And today we have some exciting news. We have something new. So let's go check them out. Well, this guy just scared me half to death. He was over here laying like he was dead. What were you doing? You're trying to scare me. What are you doing? I wish I would understand this process would go a lot quicker if I didn't have you all trying to knock into me every 2 seconds. Yes, it would. Much quicker. Can I help you, ma'am? Can I help you, ma'am? No, ma'am. There's no more in the bucket. Why do we have this fascination with the bucket? Go get it in your trough. Look at what we have here. We have a new little baby. Where's your mama? Here's mama. Here's mama. I swear every time we have new babies, I think this is the tiniest little thing ever. And she is so tiny. It's a little girl. It is a little girl. Her markings are beautiful. I know. Okay. Okay. She has wattles too. Like her mama. Don't ya? Yeah, you have wattles too. Yesterday, we were walking out yesterday morning, and assuming she had to have given birth last night during the storm, and we came out yesterday morning and I saw them in the pasture, and I was like, she looks awfully skinny today. She had to have given birth last night because she was still very pregnant when we got home. And yeah, so we went and looked down and checked on her, and we saw no baby anywhere. So I was really scared that a coyote had made it up here and taken off with one, which we haven't had a problem with coyotes in forever, and we've never had an issue with coyotes with the goats, but we didn't see this little one anywhere. So even though we hadn't had any problems with coyotes, it kind of seemed to be pointing that way. So we all kind of split up and looked everywhere. My parents were here, so they helped look, and I went way down to the pasture where they'd like to go sometimes, and I thought, maybe she gave birth down there. I don't know. Are you wanting your baby? I'm sorry. I got your baby. I know. I know. Here. Here. Want your baby? There you go, mama. There you go. It's so sweet. She's learning to nurse really well. Aren't ya? Yeah. She's so tiny. So tiny. Goat chicken's like, not so sure about you. But anyways, so we were looking everywhere, couldn't find her, and we didn't see any signs of where she had given birth either. And finally, Ethan had been walking in here in their pen, and he heard very faint little bleating sounds. Apparently in the storm, instead of choosing to go into the shelter, which, you know, we've made them, she decided to go underneath the chicken coop. And then baby didn't want to come out. So thankfully we heard her under there, or Ethan heard her under there, and we had to like tear up part of the floor of the chicken coop. Clover and his noises. Clover, what are you doing? But we were able to get in there and get baby out, and she had a happy, healthy little girl, so that's exciting. Didn't you, mama? Yes, ma'am. And she's such a good mama already. Such a good mama. And this sweet mama here is getting ready to pop any day. Yep, she's getting ready to pop any day. And her other daughter over here is also getting ready to pop any day now. Hey, mama. I love how affectionate they get after they've given birth, or like right before they give birth. They always get so much sweeter. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Yes, ma'am. What do you need, mister? What do you need, mister? Leave her be. Leave her be. But yeah, this one here, she's about ready to pop too, aren't ya? Aren't you? I'm surprised she hasn't already given birth too. I figured they would give birth right about the same time, which then again, it's only been a day, so she's still good and in her window. Well, now that I brought you down here and shown you the new addition, let's go check out the greenhouse and see how things are growing up there, because it's doing good. There's a lot happening. Here's our strawberries. Doing great. We don't have any berries on there yet, which I know with strawberries, typically even your first year, you're not going to get like a great harvest. But they're growing really big and doing great. Looking nice and healthy. We got a couple little bites on the leaves and I'm not really sure what did that. But that happened a little bit ago and we haven't had any more issues, so we're just kind of keeping a look on it. Hey, Mr. Spider. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Kind of. Our herb garden here, like I said in the last video, it's not really doing that great. We have some things that we planted that are doing good, but mainly, as you can see, a lot of this is just those weeds that are popping up that were already popping up everywhere else. Even though we keep coming out here and pruning them, they still keep popping up. So it's kind of like, you know, we have to make sure to stay on top of it. I got to get these pulled out today. But it's not growing that great. We have several things in here that just didn't do. And I don't know if that's because when we planted them, we still had like one more little frost after. So it could have just been that it frost before, like the frost happened before they could germinate. And it just kind of messed them up. I don't know. Here we are. And this is what we got. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull some of these weeds. These here, we did plant, Irby planted this. So I don't remember where everything is in here. We just got some plain old grass growing too. Which is funny because we have not planted any type of grass. And this was all woods. And there was no grass of any kind. So. Alright, and that here is how I have our snow peas trellised for right now. I just ended up using this cord that we tied for the tomatoes, and so far that's doing really good. I am going to come out here though and do something down here on the bottom for support. I'm going to show you what I have. I've got these little mesh metal wire things, and I'm not really sure what the original intention for these are. They come out in like a cube shape. But in order to get them to go straight, all I have to do is just clip these little O-rings. And I'm trying to figure out a way to get them mounted in there. I think if I just take them apart and I stretch them out long, that I can just like either zip tie or use some twine and tie them to the posts on the inside of the greenhouse. And I think that would work just to give it just enough support. It really doesn't need much support. But I want to give it enough so that they don't end up like collapsing from the weight of all the snow peas once they grow. So I think I'm going to do something with those and just give that additional support that they need. But they are growing so well. Like, I can't believe how quickly they've grown. I've got to get out here and water them today, but they are doing amazing. And they got all these little things reaching out, trying to grab onto more. I think I may even tie like something from this top post down. That way they have more to grow onto. And they can just keep going. But they're looking great. Over here where Irby just planted our bush beans and our pickling cucumbers. If you watched our short, it was either on YouTube or Facebook, I don't remember, but we asked you guys to guess what we grew, and a lot of you got the beans, but nobody got pickling cucumbers. So we did do a lot of bush beans and then a bunch of pickling cucumbers back here, which I'll trellis up as well, similar to these, but they'll have like way more for the weight of the cucumbers. But these are growing so good. Getting so big already. Here's how our onions are looking. I'm gonna be honest, the actual like stalk of the onions are growing great and we've been able to use them. However, the bulb part of the onion is not really doing much, and I don't know if that's just because the soil tightness, but this isn't really dense soil. It's pretty loose, but I don't know if that's one thing. I know too that these typically do need full sun, so I don't know if them being inside the greenhouse is affecting them badly or not. I'm not sure, but either way, we'll see on how those go. But either way, we'll be able to harvest the tops and keep doing that, so we'll see how that goes. But at least we're getting something from them, and some of the stuff we planted in between is starting to pop up. I do have to come out here and get more weeds pulled, even though we did that already. Over here, this is weed central back here. There are a couple things that we've planted growing on in the middle, but I got to come out here and pick those too. I'll do that here in a minute. But we've got some lettuce popping up that Irby had planted, that's doing really good. So that's exciting also. And then coming over here for our tomatoes, you know how I was worried about these and the ones in the cups because they had kind of gotten really dried out. This one is still kind of just hanging in there a little bit. Not doing super great, but it's still hanging in there. So I'm going to wait and see. And these here are doing really well. So those are doing great. I've got some amaranth here. I'm going to plant some of that straight into the ground too, but I wanted to go ahead and get some started. My friend from Heavenly Acres gave us some seeds for that, so we're excited about those. And I know I showed you guys these in our last video, but our radish are doing great. This is our second batch and they're already doing really good. I haven't come out here and pruned them yet, just to kind of make sure we're not overcrowding, but they're growing great. I think that's going to be all for today, you guys. I just wanted to get out here and get in the greenhouse and show you how stuff's growing and show you our new addition. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe and join us here at Langley Acres, and we will see you guys on Friday. Bye.